Welcome Primary 5, Miss Hiba Ahmed is with you. Today we will start in Unit 2 and we will take Part 1 from Lesson 1, which is the circulatory system. What is the circulatory system? The circulatory system is the system that transports digested food, oxygen and water to all body cells and carries the wastes away from the body cells. Or the circulatory system, it is the transporting system in your body. Any objects are moving from a part to another part of your body. The circulatory system is responsible for the transporting of these materials, like the digested food, like the oxygen, like the water, like the wastes. Okay. What is the function of the circulatory system? It transports the digested food, oxygen, and water to all the body cells, and it also transports the wastes away from the body cells, and it keeps the body healthy. Let's know the components or the structure of the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of three main components, which are heart, 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 blood vessels, blood vessels, blood vessels, blood, blood. Let's start with the heart. We have here the heart, and this is the blood vessels, and also all of this, as you can see, they are the blood vessels, and this is the heart, and that's also the blood. Let's start with the heart. As you can see in this picture, the heart is a very strong, muscular, hollow organ. The heart is empty from inside. As you can see, there is a hole inside the heart, so it's a muscular, hollow organ. In the size of your fist, that's your fist. That's your fist. Okay, so make your fist, and your fist, it will be equal to the size of your heart. Okay, the heart is consists of, as you can see, eyes on the picture. The heart is consists of two sides. This blue one, it's a side, and this red one, it's a side. This blue one, it's the right side of the heart, but the red one, it's the left side of the heart. Okay, don't forget, the right side of the heart is located in front your left hand, but the left side of the heart is located in front your right hand. So the heart is in the opposite position of us. Your right hand in front of it, the left side of the heart. Your left hand in front of it, the right side of the heart. So the heart is a muscular whole organ in the size of your fist, and it divided into right side and left side. The right side is carried a type of a blood which is called deoxygenated blood. What is the meaning of deoxygenated blood? It's the blood that carries carbon dioxide gas. We call it deoxygenated blood. So the right side of your heart carries deoxygenated blood. But the left side of your heart carries oxygenated blood. What is the meaning of oxygenated blood? It's the blood that carries oxygen gas. So the blood that carries oxygen gas, we call it oxygenated blood. But the blood that carries carbon dioxide gas, we call it deoxygenated blood. So your right side of the heart, which is in a blue color, carries deoxygenated blood. But the left side of the heart, which is in a red color, it carries oxygenated blood. Okay? Okay. As you can see, the two sides of the heart are separated by a wall. Can you see this wall? Why there is a wall between the two sides of the heart? To prevent the mixing of the blood. Because the right side carries deoxygenated blood, and the left side of the heart carries oxygenated blood. If there is no wall separated the two sides from each other, the two types of the blood were mixed together. So the wall, reason 4, there is a wall between the two sides of the heart to prevent the mixing of the blood in the two sides. And also you can see that the heart from inside is divided into chambers, okay, or rooms. Chamber meaning room, okay. The heart is consists of 40 chambers. 1, 2, 3, 4. The upper two chambers or the upper chamber we called it atrium. Atrium. So we have in the right side, right atrium, the upper chamber. Chamber in the right side, we called it right atrium. And the lower chamber, we called it, sorry, the upper chamber also in the left side, we called it left atrium. So, right atrium, left atrium. The lower chamber is called ventricle. So in the right side we have right ventricle. In the left side the lower chamber is called left ventricle. So the heart consists of 4 chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. So don't forget that the heart is a muscular hollow organ in the size of your fist, and it divided into two sides. Right side, which carries which type of the blood? Primary 5. Very good, deoxygenated blood. And the left side, which carries oxygenated blood. The two sides are separated by a wall. By a wall. What is the function of the wall? This wall prevents the mixing of the blood in the two sides. And we know also that the heart is consisted of 40 chambers. Upper chamber is called right atrium here, and the left atrium here. The lower chambers are called right ventricle here and left ventricle here. Between the right atrium and the right ventricle and the left atrium and the left ventricle, there is a valve. As you can see, this one and this one, there is a valve. What is the meaning of a valve? A valve is like a door. It opens when the blood is moving from the atrium to the ventricle. When all of the blood moving from the right atrium to the right ventricle, it closes. Why it closes? To prevent the returning back of the blood from the ventricle to the atrium. One more time, between the atrium and the ventricle, there is a valve. There is a valve. This valve, what is the function of the valve? The valve is like a door. It allows the blood to move from the atrium to the ventricle. Then the valve is closed to prevent the returning back of the blood from the ventricle to the atrium. So in the structure of the heart, we take two questions of the give reason. Number 1, there is a wall that separate between the two sides to prevent the mixing of the blood in the two sides. Number 2, there is a valve between each atrium and ventricle to prevent the returning back of the blood from the atrium to the ventricle. And he can ask you this question in another words. He can ask you this question by give reason for the blood has one direction inside the heart. So the answer will be because there is a valve that prevents the blood from returning back from the ventricle to the atrium. So now we finished the heart. Thank you for listening. Primary 5, Miss Ahmed was with you.